Some people spend their entire lives trying to hide their cracks. They smile while silently breaking inside. They compare themselves to others, punish themselves for failing, and slowly begin to believe one dangerous lie. Because I am broken, I am no longer valuable. But listen carefully. A cracked wall can still protect a home. A bent tree can still bear fruit. And a broken human heart can still become something beautiful. Tonight's story is about a shattered bowl, a quiet old master, and a lesson so powerful that it has healed people for generations. Because the crack is not the end of the story. The rain had been falling since morning. Not the violent kind of rain that shakes the earth with thunder, but the soft, endless rain that makes the world quiet. The kind of rain that forces a person to hear their own thoughts. Inside a small wooden temple near the mountains, a young man named Ren swept the floor in silence. His movements were slow, heavy, tired. Not physically tired, but the kind of tired that lives inside the soul. Ren was young, but his eyes carried the exhaustion of someone much older. He had failed too many times in too many places. He had disappointed his parents, lost opportunities, lost friendships, lost confidence in himself. Everywhere he looked, someone seemed happier, smarter, stronger, more successful. And slowly, comparison became poison. Every night, he lay awake thinking the same thoughts. Why am I not enough? Why do I keep failing? What is wrong with me? And over time, those thoughts hardened into identity. He no longer said, I made mistakes. He began saying, I am the mistake. That is what suffering does when it stays too long in silence. It changes pain into self-hatred. And like many people in today's world, Ren became an expert at pretending. He smiled when others looked at him. He said, I'm fine. He laughed at conversations he did not enjoy. But inside, he felt cracked. Broken things are thrown away. That sentence repeated itself inside his mind like a curse. Broken things are thrown away. The old master who lived in the temple noticed everything. Master Haruto was a quiet man with silver hair and calm eyes that seemed deeper than the river behind the temple. He rarely gave long speeches. He taught through simple moments, sometimes through silence, sometimes through tea, sometimes through pain. That evening, the rain became heavier. The temple lanterns glowed softly against the dark sky while Ren prepared tea for the master. His hands trembled slightly from exhaustion. His mind was somewhere else again. Thinking, overthinking, remembering every failure, comparing himself to invisible people who seemed to have perfect lives. And that is the danger of the wandering mind. A distracted mind can turn even a peaceful moment into suffering. Ren lifted the master's favorite tea bowl carefully. It was old, handmade, and precious. The bowl had been with Master Haruto for decades. But in one careless second, his wet fingers slipped. The bowl fell. Siraske. The sound echoed through the room like lightning. Then silence. Terrible silence. Ren froze. His breathing stopped. The bowl lay shattered across the wooden floor in several broken pieces. And immediately, shame flooded his body. His chest tightened. His hands shook violently. I ruined it. His mind began attacking him instantly. You destroy everything. You can't even hold a bowl correctly. Broken things are thrown away. Now fear rose inside him like cold water. Not fear of the bowl. Fear of rejection. Fear that the master would finally see what Ren secretly believed about himself. That he was damaged. Worthless. A burden. Slowly Ren looked up. Master Haruto had entered the room. The old man stared quietly at the shattered pieces. No anger. No shouting. No disappointment. Just silence. And somehow that silence felt even heavier. Ren dropped to his knees immediately. I'm sorry, He whispered desperately. Please forgive me. I didn't mean to break it. The old master remained still. Then, very calmly, he walked forward and sat beside the broken bowl. The rain continued outside. Drip, drip. Master Haruto picked up one broken piece carefully and held it in his palm. Then he said something Ren would never forget. Watch carefully, the old man said softly. Most people misunderstand broken things. Ren looked confused. His breathing was still uneven. Master Haruto continued gathering the shattered pieces slowly, as though each piece still held value. No rushing, no frustration, only care. Then he asked quietly, Tell me, Ren, when a person fails, what do they usually do? Ren lowered his eyes. They hide. And when their heart breaks, they hide that too. And when life wounds them, Ren swallowed hard. They pretend they are okay. The master nodded gently. Yes. Because people believe broken things are thrown away. Those words pierced straight through Ren's chest. Because that belief had controlled his entire life. The old master stood and walked toward a small wooden shelf. From a drawer, he removed a tiny container filled with gold lacquer. Ren watched silently. Master Haruto sat back down beside the shattered bowl. Then, piece by piece, slowly, patiently, he began repairing it. The gold shimmered softly under the lantern light. Crack by crack, piece by piece. The broken bowl was not being hidden. Its wounds were being illuminated. Ren stared in disbelief. Why gold? He asked quietly. The old master smiled faintly. In Japan, he said, there is an art called Kintsugi. He lifted the bowl carefully. When something breaks, we do not hide the cracks. We honor them. The room fell silent again, and then the master spoke words that sounded less like advice and more like truth itself. The crack is not the end of the story. Ren felt something move inside him. The master continued. A heart broken by betrayal can become wiser. A soul wounded by failure can become stronger. A lonely person can become more compassionate toward others. He looked directly into Ren's eyes, but only if they stopped treating their scars like proof of worthlessness. The rain softened outside, and for the first time in many years, Ren stopped looking at himself with hatred. The master held up the repaired bowl once more. Now the cracks glowed beautifully through the gold. Not ruined, not worthless, transformed. The world teaches people to hide their pain. Master Haruto whispered, but healing begins the moment you stop being ashamed of your scars. Ren stared at the bowl, with tears quietly forming in his eyes. Because deep inside, he finally understood something. Maybe broken things are not thrown away. Maybe some broken things become even more beautiful after they survive. The next morning, the rain had stopped. A thin layer of mist floated above the mountains behind the temple, and the world felt washed clean. Drops of water still clung to the bamboo leaves outside like tiny diamonds trembling in the early sunlight. Ren sat quietly near the garden pond, holding the repaired tea bowl in his hands. The gold-filled cracks glimmered softly. He traced them carefully with his fingers. For the first time in years, he was not looking at something broken with disgust. He was looking at it with understanding. Master Haruto approached slowly and sat beside him. For several moments, neither of them spoke. Because some truths arrive gently like sunrise. They cannot be forced. Finally, the old master said, Do you know why most people suffer for so long? Ren shook his head. The master looked toward the water. Because they spend their lives hiding. The words settled deeply into the silence. People hide their sadness, hide their failures, hide their loneliness, hide their fear. He paused. And what you hide cannot heal. Ren lowered his eyes. That sentence felt painfully true, because he remembered all the nights he suffered alone while pretending to be strong during the day. How many people do the same thing? They smile in photographs while silently falling apart inside. They post happiness online while crying themselves to sleep at night. They laugh in crowded rooms, then lie awake at midnight battling anxiety that no one sees. And slowly, they begin believing they must earn love by appearing perfect. But perfection is a prison. A river does not flow because it is flawless. A tree does not grow because every branch is straight. And a human life does not become meaningful because it avoids pain. Master Haruto picked up a small stone and dropped it into the pond. Ripples spread across the water. Pain is like this, he said softly. If you fight it, the water becomes violent. But if you accept it, the ripples slowly become calm again. A wren listened carefully. The master continued. Some people become bitter after suffering. Others become wise. What makes the difference? Wren asked quietly. The old man smiled faintly. One person spends their life asking, "Why did this happen to me?" The other asks, "What is this pain trying to teach me?" The wind moved gently through the trees, and something inside Wren began shifting. All his life, he had treated his wounds like enemies. Every mistake became proof he was not enough. Every rejection became proof he was unworthy. Every failure became another crack he desperately tried to hide. But perhaps the cracks were not signs of weakness. Perhaps they were signs that he had survived. The master held up the repaired bowl once more. Before it broke, he said, "This bowl was beautiful. The gold shimmered in the morning light. But now it carries a story." Ren stared silently. Master Haruto continued, "People are the same. A person who has never suffered may know comfort, but a person who has suffered deeply and healed carries compassion, patience, humility, understanding." He looked directly at Ren. "Your pain did not only wound you, it also shaped you." Those words unlocked memories inside him. Ren remembered how failure had taught him empathy toward struggling people, how loneliness had made him kinder to others who felt unseen, how rejection had taught him not to judge people too quickly, how heartbreak had softened his arrogance. His wounds had hurt him, but they had also carved wisdom into his soul, like gold poured into cracks. The crack is not the end of the story. The sentence echoed again inside his heart, and perhaps that is the lesson many people need to hear today. Because there are people listening to this right now who secretly believe they are behind in life. People who think they ruined their future because of one mistake. People carrying invisible scars from betrayal, failure, divorce, anxiety, depression, or loss. And they wake up every day trying to hide those scars from the world. But listen carefully. What you hide cannot heal. Healing begins when you stop fighting your humanity, when you stop punishing yourself for being wounded, when you stop demanding perfection from a soul that is still learning. Master Haruto stood slowly and walked toward the garden path. Ren followed beside him. The old man pointed toward a crooked pine tree growing near the cliff. Its trunk bent sharply from years of storms. "Do you see that tree?" the master asked. "Yes. It is still standing because it learned to bend." The old man smiled gently. "Strong things are not always rigid. Sometimes strength is softness. Sometimes strength is survival." Ren looked at the tree for a long moment. All this time he had believed strength meant never breaking, never failing, never hurting. But now he understood something deeper. Real strength is allowing pain to transform you without turning your heart cold. The days passed quietly after that, and little by little, Ren changed. Not overnight, not magically, Healing rarely happens like lightning. It happens like sunrise. Slowly, gently. One small moment at a time. He stopped comparing his life to everyone else. He stopped speaking to himself with cruelty. When painful memories appeared, he no longer said, "I am broken." Instead, he whispered, "The crack is not the end of the story." And whenever shame returned, he remembered the bowl filled with gold. He remembered that survival itself carries beauty. One evening, as the sun disappeared behind the mountains, Ren served tea once more to Master Haruto. This time, his hands did not tremble. The repaired bowl rested peacefully between them. Not hidden, not discarded. Honored, and for the first time in many years, Ren felt something unfamiliar inside himself. Peace. Not because his life became perfect, but because he finally stopped demanding perfection from himself. And maybe that is your lesson too. Your heartbreak may teach you compassion. Your loneliness may teach you depth. Your failures may teach you wisdom. Your scars may become the very thing that helps another human being feel less alone. Your broken parts may become the most beautiful part of your story. So tonight, stop hiding your cracks. Stop speaking to yourself like an enemy. Stop believing your wounds make you worthless. Instead, ask yourself, what pain in my life might still contain hidden gold? And if this story touched something inside your heart, comment below with one struggle that made you stronger. Your story may help someone else heal. And before you leave, make one small promise to yourself tonight. Stop hiding your scars and begin honoring your survival. Because the crack is not the end of the story. Your broken parts may become the most beautiful part of your story.